Hi guys, Crafty Kim here, and I have 3 Trash to Treasure DIYs for you today, still using things that I have in my stash. For the first DIY, we're going to use this French onion container, and then I have these rocks that I got from Walmart, but I know you can find some at the Dollar Tree as well. And for the first step, I'm going to use my utility knife to remove the inner part of the cover, and I leave the cover on the container for this to help with stabilizing it to be able to cut this out. Once it's cut out, I'm just going to trim any excess pieces off the inside of the cover and then just use some sandpaper to make it nice and smooth. And I'm going to give this the faux galvanized look. So the first color I'm using is gray, and I do 2 coats of this color. And then I add a coat of my silver paint. And then once that's dry, I'm going to use a sponge and blot on some of this steel by Waverly. And then also blot on some silver lining by Waverly, and that's the final look. Once the paint is completely dry, I'm just adding a coat of Mod Podge to help protect it. Now moving on to the cover, I'm going to add some chicken wire, so I'm just using the cover to measure out the size of the chicken wire that I'll need. And now I'm adding these rocks that I got from Walmart into the container, and this is just to help weigh it down because the container itself is fairly light. And you want to place the chicken wire inside the container part and then just use some hot glue to adhere it to the inside. And the good thing about this is you won't even see it once the cover is on. Originally I had painted my cover black, but decided I wanted it to look like wood, so I'm just giving it a coat of paint by Waverly in the color Cashew. And now using my utility knife, I am going to draw some knots and lines like in the grains of wood. And now taking my Antique Wax by Waverly, I'm using a wet wipe and just applying a coat of this over the cashew. And then I'll use my paintbrush to go in to do some more detailing around the knots and the grains. And once I do this, I just kind of put it on with the paintbrush and then use a napkin to blot it off so it kind of blends it in a little bit. And I think it came out pretty good. And then I add a coat of Mod Podge to the cover as well. And now it's time to write our word. I kind of wrote it on my paper so I could eyeball it as I do this. If you start from the middle and work your way out, usually it is centered pretty well. This is how I do most of my handwritten words. So I'm just using a Sharpie to do this. And here's what it looks like all finished. And there's many ways you can use this container. You could put your paintbrushes like I'm showing you here. You could even put your makeup brushes or even your toothbrushes. You could also choose a different word to put on it if you didn't want to write the word brush. I really like how it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. For the second DIY, I'm using this rope that I ordered on Amazon, and I know you can find this in Walmart or any local store, and then this twisted utility line that I actually did get at Walmart, and this round cardboard piece that I got from my pizza, and it was not dirty, I promise. So first thing I did was draw a star shape on the cardboard, and now using that white rope, I'm going to fill in the star shape with that. Then I took a fairly long piece of that other rope and I untwisted it all so that I had 3 separate pieces, and I decided I wanted to braid it because I like that look better. So then I'm just using my hot glue gun to make sure the ends don't come undone, and then just trimming off any excess. And now I'm going to apply this around the star and just keep building up layers around it. And once I got close to the edge of the cardboard, I decided I wanted to cut out the shape that I had here, so it almost gives the shape of the star as well. And I decided I wanted to build kind of like a little basket type thing, like trinket tray. So I'm going to put glue on the inside of the rope and then add it to the edging. And I'll build this up in layers. I end up doing like 3 rows of the rope for the edging of this. You'll see here I'm now adding the glue on top of that rope to add my next layer, and you would be surprised how sturdy this is. And here it is all finished. I really like how the star just adds a little pop of color, and you could use it as a candle holder, or you could put your keys in it or your wallet. I actually have it on my fireplace just as like a decoration, but I really like how it turned out. I think it's really cute, and if you wanted, you could keep building up and make an actual basket out of it as well. And for the third and final DIY, I found this tray at the end of someone's driveway. They were obviously getting rid of it for free, so I grabbed it up because I knew what I wanted to do with it, cleaned it up really well, and then I used some twine from Dollar Tree, and then these beads I got from Amazon, but I know Dollar Tree has them as well, and then some of these paper towel holders. I end up using 3 from Dollar Tree. And the first thing I'm going to do is string the beads onto a piece of twine that I measured around the tray, and then I'm going to glue the ends together. I decided I wanted to have the beads be a little bit darker, so using a wet wipe and my antique wax, I am giving it a coat of that. It did take a little bit of time, but it was definitely worth it. And now just kind of going around the tray, I'm adding a little bit of glue to some of the beads. I didn't do all of them, just kind of skipped over a few and glued them to the tray. And I really like how this added just a little bit of softness to it. I decided not to paint the actual tray because I really liked the rustic kind of old look of it. And this is what it looks like once it's all done. And And now taking the paper towel holders from Dollar Tree, I just line them up so I'd know where I want to put them. I'm going to bend the tops back so that once it's flipped over, it'll look like legs kind of spread out a little bit, and it'll be a little more stable this way. And I could have left them silver, but I decided to take them outside and give them a coat of this matte black spray paint. And I apologize, I didn't realize I wasn't in view of the camera when I added my E6000 and hot glue, but that's what I did. I just added some E6000 and hot glue to the bottoms of the paper towel holders, and then I put some weights on all three of those to weigh them down to help adhere. And this is what it looks like, and I just think it turned out so cute. I love this on my farmer's porch as a planter table. I didn't have an actual plant that I could put on it yet, so I used my fake flowers that I had made in another DIY, but I just really love the little pop of color it adds to my porch, and I think it turned out super cute. And it was someone's trash that I turned into treasure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.